Hey everybody, this video, I got a Honda Valet lock. This is out of like an Accord or Civic. Don't remember what year it came from the junkyard. I've already cut a key to it. And key works. And this video, I'm not going to bother decoding it. I just want to demonstrate picking these locks. Now the door locks are going to spring back. There's spring tension on them. The Valet lock does not have spring tension on it. So it'll actually stay picked here, and we got to pick it twice to where you get it to where you be able to read it, and then you got to pick it back, to be able to get it back to the home position to insert a key. And so also, these of course have a code on them, so this isn't something you would probably be actually doing on one of these unless you just can't see the code, but they're easy to pull from the junkyard. It just takes a flathead screwdriver, and it's good for practice here. So let me go ahead and get the tool inserted, make sure we're all the way in. Okay, hope everybody can see here. Okay. And the first thing we need to do is just identify where our tracks are. So got B here, B going up here, got spring on 1, which means that 1, 3, and 5 are going to be going up. And then on the B side, we'll have 2 and 4 going down. So we do have cuts, 1 through 5 in the Valet lock and the door lock on the B side. A side is only 2, 3, and 4. And so we got to go figure out where those are at. So we got our A side. And okay, going up, there's nothing on 2. There is spring on 3. So that means that we're going to have 2 and 4 going down on the A side and 3 going up. And so now we will go ahead and attempt to pick it here. I'm just going to start with the B on number 1, and it's springy, so we will move on to number 3 on the B side going up. Okay, 3 has a little bit of tension, got a little tiny click and a tiny bit of rotation. Head over to 5 now on the B side going up, and it is not springy. We will leave it alone. 1 is still not springy. So now let me go check 2 going down on the B side. Tiny, tiny click. And then 4 going down is springy, so we will leave that alone. And I'm going to switch to the A track now. 2 going down is springy, we will leave it alone. 4 going down is springy, we will leave it alone. So now we will switch to the A track going up, which is going to be only position 3, and that is binding. No spring at all, so we will pick that, get a little bit of rotation there. And then let me head to, still in the A track going down. 2 is now binding. Okay, and I'm pushing it. Heard something drop, so that's probably 3 on the A side is what just more than likely dropped. So I'm going to have to back off tension a hair. Click on 2, lost some rotation. Okay, 4 is still not binding on the A side. Now something did drop here, so I'm going to go check 3 on the A side again. And that is binding again, so that's what fell. Okay, picked and got some more rotation. Got the 2. 2 on the A side is springy, we will leave it alone. And now 4 is actually binding on the A side, so let me go push that down here. Let off tension a hair, nice click. And a lot got tighter here, so we're getting closer to picking it. So I believe our A side is all taken care of. Nope, 3 is actually binding again, so go ahead and hit it again. Okay, and now we're turned halfway here. So now we got to pick it again to go all the way to where you can get a read. So 2, tiny click on 2 on the B side going down. And number 4 is binding. Tiny, tiny click on 4. Check number 1 on the B side, nothing. Okay, 3 on the B side is binding. And now we were all the way picked. So from here we'd be able to actually read the lock if we wanted to do that. And then to pick this back on a door lock, if you let go of it, it's going to automatically spring back, okay, because it's spring-loaded. These aren't, so I can turn it back to here, and I'd be able to still read this. So I'm going to have to actually pick it back twice here to get it back to the home position. So tensioning it the other direction now. We're heading clockwise now. And see, so it's 2 going down on the B side is springy. 4 is springy. 1 springy. 3 springy. 5 is binding a little bit. Nothing on that here. Let me reset here. So I'm going to go all the way counterclockwise and then go back to putting some tension on it. Just reset the lock. And I'll start with the A side this time. Okay, 4 on the A side is binding, got a tiny click. Okay, and I just hit 2 going down on the A side, and now we're back into the middle position. So now we're stuck there. We need to still go one more time back clockwise to get us back to home. So let me go ahead and, so that was the A side. Let me go check B. Okay, B going down on 2. Have to let out tension of hair and get a tiny click. I'm going to go to 4. Tiny click on that. Go back to 2 here. It's springy. 4 is springy. Check 1 on the A side. I'm sorry, 1 on the B side going up. Not using much tension here. Doesn't take a lot going the opposite way. Okay, got a nice click on 1. On the B side going up. Now 3 is binding on the B side going up. To back off tension of hair. If you drop something, you just don't worry about it. You just keep going. Just go back to it. Okay, so I'm just letting off tension here. Okay, I got to click on 3, and something did indeed drop. So I'm going to go check 1 on the B side going up. That must be what fell. And now we are picked back to the home position. All right, so show you here if it was in between positions here, our key wouldn't work. So key in, key wouldn't even go in. So we know it's back to where it should be. So the customer will be able to use the lock. And so that's all we got here. Just wanted to demonstrate, the HON66 high security Honda Lishi. Just picking it twice and picking it back twice. Questions or comments, as always, leave them in the comments. I try to answer everything. And that's all we got for this one. Well, I'll talk to everybody later.